Okay, noticing the article in the magazine said sell 300 package of garden seed and then choose your prize. So my prize was the guitar, of course. I sent off and got the garden seeds, and it was like, the first part of the year where people would buy seeds rather than going to the seed store and whatnot at 10 cent a pack. So they had flowers in there, garden seed, okra, collard greens, watermelon seed, cantaloupe, and all this. And I went to the neighborhood and sold all 300 packages of seed for 10 cent a pack. And after selling the garden seed, I met the postmaster one day, and he assisted me in filling out the money order. And after I filled out the money order and checked the prize that I wanted, and we put it in the mail, within 2 weeks, I got my first acoustic guitar. And from that point, I just waited, and of course, waited for 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, I got the guitar. My first acoustic guitar. Now I got it, and I don't know what to do with it. So here I am trying to keep Grandma from knowing that I had gotten a guitar, because at this time was working in the city. And so I would wait until I was at home alone, and sometime on the back porch at night, I would sit with the moonlight and read till I taught myself to play the guitar. And I learned three chords in playing the guitar: the C, the F, and the G. And after learning those three chords, oh boy, I thought I was Chuck Berry or Elvis Presley. And of course, then here I go to Second Ward, taking my guitar with me. And when they have talent show, then I'm on the talent show, playing up in the morning and out to school. Dun 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 dun. Teachers are teaching the golden rule and all that. Then Elvis Presley, don't you step on my blue suede shoe. And I even bought me some blue suede shoes. And if I'm correct, I think they're somewhere in my garage at this point. But they were some actually blue suede shoes. But I would appear on talent program that they would have at the school, and I got popular. So when I left the rural area and came to the city, I continued that because this is my 12th grade, my graduation year, and so I was attending Booker Washington. And a lot of times when this class would go to lunch, instead of me going to lunch, I would have my guitar out on the lawn, serenading and entertaining, students there. But every time they have a talent show, then I was there to play on the talent show. And finally, after graduating from high school at Booker Washington in 1958, that was my senior year with a class of some 500. So I knew how to play the guitar then. Now, playing the guitar, and finally, it was Christmas, my first Christmas in Shreveport. My aunt and Uncle John and Irene, bought me my first Dan electric guitar from Walker's and Rhodey right here in the city. And of course, I thought I was really doing it then. So I've got my guitar and my amplifier, and I'm playing. And there was this group called the Mount Olive Hummingbees. The family all lived out in Cedar Grove, so they found out it was a guitar player in town. Guitar players was rare at that time. So now I get a chance to go and play with this particular group. And so I'm playing with this group and got popular playing because the station where I work at today, KOKA, was on the air, but that was an announcer by the name of Uncle Bill Caston, Willie Bill Caston. So he would notice my playing and how good I was. So this group out of Chicago, the Pilgrim Jubilees, came to town, and they were in need of a bass player. Well, I was a guitar player, but I could also play the bass as well. And he didn't know bass from a guitar. So he introduced me to Major Robinson of the Pilgrim Jubilees, and Major had his guitar player, Roosevelt English, to interview me and whatnot, and he did. And after I finished with the interview, not knowing whether I could, really go and travel with the group or not, he recommended that, oh yes, he can play. So then Major would ask me then, say, well, they had a concert here at the Municipal Auditorium. Said, well, when can you join us? I said, when you all leaving town? And he said, we're leaving on tomorrow, which was a Tuesday. I said, well, I'm going too. So that's when I left. And of course, I had gotten married, but I left my wife in good hands. I left her with her uncle, who was the manager of the Humming Bees, and that's how we met, by going on Sunday night program, and she would come with them sometime, and we got married. And she had 2 more years in high school anyway, so I wanted her to finish high school.
Very
And
nice. Let me stop you right